How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Filler Instinct here. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at my recent high score playthrough on Interstellar Sentinel. The 1cc wasn't enough for me. I wanted to go see if I could get ending 2, get that billion high score, but unfortunately we didn't hit the billion. But that's okay. We did get ending 2. We're going to comment on that. This playthrough I'm gonna kind of like review my gameplay a little bit. I think it's good to go back and watch your replays and see what you could have done better, what you could have done worse. I started this journey at the request of the man himself for shmups to improve at shmups, and I saw it as an opportunity for me personally to get better at a genre I'm not too good at. And I've had a lot of fun playing the game. I'm enjoying the game. It's a very, very fun game. It's a great throwback to those old arcade classics. Personally, I'm more of a fighting game player. I'm not necessarily a shmup player, but this challenge has been a lot of fun. So I'm excited to get right into it and show the gameplay and review. So I hope there's somebody out there who can take something from this. That's kind of the main goal, right? Is to see if anybody can improve watching my own gameplay. But without further ado, I want to thank everybody for being here. If you could do me a favor, like, sub, all that fun stuff. And let's get into just one more thing I want to say. My shmup knowledge isn't the best, so please forgive me if I misspeak or if I don't say something properly in this. Anyway, let's go. Kind of nice. Level 1 I usually feel like I have pretty much down for as many times as I've played the game. I think I've had 20 completions at this, over 20 completions. Pacifist mode. Extra ship. Those extra ships are important. Especially in a game like this. Here we're good. Here we're good. I tried doing some figure eights here to get around all of this. I missed a couple of Loki. I got one Loki there, but I think I get these Lokis. 1, 2, 3. Go down. Go up. Figure eighting. Like we're Tanya Harding. Nancy Kerrigan, if you will. Figure eighting. Got a super. I got hit there at the end because I went right into it. It's all good. Pacifist mode complete. Always super after a pacifist mode if you have it, of course. That's the name of the game. One thing I want to know, and it's going to be a running theme. I need to get better when I have those 3 after pacifist of choosing which one I want to use, as I usually don't select the one that I like. Super here, get another monster trophy. I was doing pretty well with the monster trophies in this level 1, but I kind of know level 1 fairly well at this stage in the game. I think this is pretty cool too. Sea Titan. Goes up. Goes up. Going up. I don't know why, for as many times I've played this game, I'm just now noticing that sound, but, there it is. Ooh, lovely. Nice super. It's like one thing I'm noticing, I'm playing with a lot of confidence in this level while I go through it. This time bonus, defeated. Let's get all of that, select all that, there it is. I probably should have supered right there. I don't know why I didn't save it. That's one thing I've got to get better with in this game is and in fighting games too, is paying attention to my meter, if you will. Like my super meter was full. I could have popped it there and probably saved myself some agony. I really like that weapon. I know it takes a little while to load up, but I just love how it just goes through everything on the screen. Super weapon online, I gotta get better. I think when I'm playing, there's just this worry of, because again, I think I'm using the super not quick enough, and I could have avoided that hit right there. I think what's going on is I'm so worried about popping it at the wrong time, where sometimes it is just better to use it right away. Super weapon online again. No need to use it here. No need to use it here, especially just because I kind of know. I used it on the ship, which I guess was a way of quickly disposing of the ship. There you go, using that weapon. Little ball is just so cool. Weapon online. As you can see, I'm kind of going little hammer, just like, let's just kill everything. Okay, that was okay.
Weapons up.
This, I think, is my favorite. Well, if it's the weapon I'm thinking of, it's my favorite weapon. There you go. That's how you use a super. That's how you use a super. It's funny, I can get through this boss battle fairly easy, but usually those blue little lines usually hit me. They didn't hear at the beginning. I'm so ready. Again, part of me, okay, it didn't take that long to use the super. There it is. And right in his face again. There we go. Time button. That actually might be. That actually I think is the quickest I've ever completed that boss fight. The more that I get into shmups, there's a lot. There's a lot even in this run that I'm gonna be critical of. But I think the first level we're okay. There it is. Nice score. That might be my best score ever to start a level 1 run. Here we go into level 2. Level 2 is one of my favorite levels. The more I play it. With that, and then we got this guy right here. I didn't take a hit. I thought I took a hit there. I guess I didn't. Really like what I really like about level 2 is the use of foreground and the use of background. I think it's really well done. I think Boss Key and team really nailed that. And I feel like it's the right amount of challenge. You know, I feel like there's sections of it where it's not too difficult. One thing that I've been trying to do, this is one of my favorite parts of this stage too. But you just sit there and do this and just take out both. I love that. One of my favorite things about this level though is the tree coming at you like that, and you just, if you have the right equipment, you can take them both out. This is my favorite weapon. This is really my favorite. I know it's the most overpowered. It's the highest level kit you can get, but this is my favorite level kit just for a number of reasons. It's got a good passive shot. It's got a good rapid shot. It's got a good power shot. Monster trophy. I was these first couple of levels. I'm noticing I was on the monster trophies. And one thing I'm noticing about shmups in general is that if you get overwhelmed, you in some trouble. I think that's the thing with shmups, and that's what's really hard, especially a shmup this caliber, is you don't want to get overwhelmed by what's on screen. It's hard because there's a lot of stuff on screen, and it's hard to, you know, it's easy to get trapped and, you know, and whatnot. Like right here, I definitely get
Weapons down.
Trapped and lose a couple of HP points. I think I lose a life or two, which I was not confident in my score, that's for sure, at this point. Here it is. Ah, dang.
Weapons down. Weapons up.
I definitely just started kind of like bulldogging it there, like, all right, the hell with it. This section here, that's just a menace to society. Part of why I decided to save the super for this section is because there's two of them, and that boss was near death. But to me, that would have been a waste of a super. But here we go. Nice dodges. I'm actually really proud of my dodging here, like these micro dodges I'm doing. Um, you know, just get through. Here it comes. This is where it gets a little difficult. Especially when all the things come at you. The sword, the hearts, everything. I wasn't sure if I took the hit there, but I did, yeah. And now it's like you start with 30 lives. I'm like, okay, I'm at 32. I should be at 34. 30, yeah, it should be at 34. It's like, okay, you know. That's one thing I will address too. Why did I play on the easiest difficulty? Well, quite frankly, I didn't think I was gonna get the high score this time. See, once again, just missed a couple Lokis. Like, we're rocking and rolling for the most part through this. Like I can guarantee that's the highest score I've had going into level 3. Which is always a tough one for me. Level 3 is always a tough. So level 3 is usually a hard one for me too. Not so much the beginning section. I've gotten a lot better. At first, it was where I would die a lot. Like that live counter would be down to like 16 by level 3 when I first started, but it would always throw me off how the top and the bottom can hurt you, and there's another section like how like right there, the environment hurts you. Again, I'm taking a lot of dumb hits here. I forgot how many dumb hits I take in level 3.
Monster trophy.
I think I clear this out, then I go for the, and take another hit.
Secret found.
Of the beginning levels, this is the one where you could definitely just do a drinking game of how many times I get hit, because I don't think there's of the first 4 levels. Level 5 is when the game starts to ramp up, and we'll talk about that when we get to level 5. But this is really where I take a lot of my damage. I'm starting to manage it a little bit better here, but I'm also, again, I think we can notice I'm not really playing with a lot of confidence. You know, I really got to get better at that, especially when it comes to something like, you know, the game where you kind of want to be centered. I mean, a lot of what you see with me is I'm always in the back. I need to, you know, really start being a lot more centered when it comes to this type of thing. This level, I will pop the supers no matter what. I know how hard it is for me. Easily will pop the supers no matter what. See, again, just too many hits. I've lost 1 life at least so far. That was actually probably one of my best dodges I've ever had in this level. I think I remember getting annoyed because I was like, damn, I did so. Yep. But I should have gone down. I think there might be a pattern here of like you want to go up here, then down here, then up here, and I just don't know it. So I might try some different stuff for the next run. So I'm definitely going to attempt a no death run at some point, but I'm a little bit of the ways off. But yeah, I probably should have got down to up on that. Like I said, with this, I mean, I know you have the option to choose another weapon or choose your previous weapon, but it's also, it's hard to get to sometimes. This would be one of my favorite boss fights in the game for a number of reasons. Like, I love how I love the contrast of this light boss against a dark background. I love if you know to go underneath. You know, you can barely. Then I love this part where you can just get in the middle of him and just hold down the rapid shot and then fire a super.
Weapons up.
Even more damage. I like how after this section,
Weapons up.
you know, it gets a little bit more challenging. Again, like there's a lot about this boss fight that I think is some tremendous design about how how it gradually gets harder. You know, I think that might also be the fastest time I've had. There might be a playthrough where I did it a hair faster, but no Lokis. Pacifist. Didn't get all the monster trophies. I know I missed a couple. I got the secret. I got the Royale Highness. No, I did not. So level 4. Let's level 4. Level 4. You awful thing. This is a level that in my early playthroughs just caused me all the pain, all the suffering. Particularly this part. This is when you can feel the game start to ramp, start to get harder. This is when you can feel the game start to ramp up the difficulty on you.
Weapons up.
You know, right here I go low to really take out the things. This part used to really upset me in my early playthroughs. Now I just know if I get into the right spot, I can pretty much handle them. And the right loadout too. I think this is a level that really does require the proper loadout. But so far I'm doing a really good job, you know, of moving, shooting. You know.
Weapons up.
What I really got to do is time this pacifist mode. All right, this section here. Then I made it 10 times harder by getting all the monster trophies. As my luck would have it, I think I get hit a number of times here. Yeah, no matter what, this section I can't figure out. This is a section I have the hardest time figuring out for a number of reasons.
Weapons down.
Yeah. What was that? 31, and I lost 2 lives, I think. In here, I went for that. I think I kind of take my time getting these. Like again, I got to remember to use the button where you can
Weapons down.
go back to
Weapons up.
loadout. There's another section that used to be tough for me, but then I figured out, you know, the strat, if you will, is to kind of stay low. Even though I got hit there, I always use a super here to kind of take out all of the beams, which is another tip for the game, by the way. If you have a super and there's a lot of stuff on the screen, you hit it, it does away with the laser beams as well, or the enemy bullets. No clue why I didn't use a super here. I think I was saving it for the boss. Right here. Not the loadout I would want for this fight, to be honest, but it's getting the job done. Most of this I do a fairly good job of staying out of harm's way, which I was pretty proud of myself for. Actually, I didn't take any hits there. I'm actually good job. I really got to cut down on the, you know, playing way too far. I mean, I know it's tough when, you know, you got a boss taking up half the screen, but and there he is. He took down Gondas. And I noticed the music was different. I couldn't believe this. This coming up here is insane. All Lokis, pacifist mode. All monster trophies. Got the secret. Highness score. Royal Highness score.
Supreme Being!
My first ever Supreme Being in the game, an S+. I could not believe it. This was just going to be a playthrough for, for more content and just kind of a run through, and I didn't think I'd be able to get this. And yes, that is me taking a screenshot of it in the background, by the way. Pretty proud of that. First ever S+. I didn't think it was going to come this quick. I thought I still had a ways to go, but hey, even a blind squirrel will find a nut at some point. Am I right? All right, here we go, level 5. Our first, not our first extra boss, but this was the first extra boss that I ever played in the game. So I think level 4 is really where a lot happened. So this used to just, until I learned how to do the figure 8 maneuver, this section here, and I'm still taking hits because I'm not as well skilled as some of you shmup players. So that happened. So this level really is where the gloves kind of come off, right? Like, this is where the game gets quote unquote hard, for lack of a better term. Here we are.
Weapons up.
There it is. And again, I'm making a note. I know we're gonna be sick of hearing this, but I'm kind of doing it for myself. I need to get better about using my super, like in a moment like that. I need to recognize, oh, I got super. Yeah, we should use it. I gotta do. I was gonna get hit there. It was on me. Again, no super use. Like why I should be, especially when there's one coming up. I don't know what I was waiting for or what. Like, I guess it's cool that I have another super right there, but here we go. Like right here, I always retreat when there's monsters. So I'd be like, no, this is my screen, bitch. I own this shit. But this is good though. This is why you rewatch your gameplay. This is why it's the only way to get better. Because in the moment, it's just like a sport. In the moment, you don't, you're not gonna think of in the moment about what I should be doing. This is why you go in and watch things. This is why I should be better. Just take a note. Skullzor might be my favorite boss in the game. Total Castlevania throwback. Castlevania, one of my favorite series of all time. Very easily one of the best horror franchises ever. Man, imagine if I had popped that super a second earlier. What would have happened? This isn't my best run with him. I've actually had some good runs, but I mean, we got the time. I beat him fairly quickly, so we'll take that. But not my best. I have had runs where I don't get hit by him. No low keys. I think I got like a B here. Pacifist mode. I missed the secret. I know I missed the secret, which is unfortunate. Yeah. I don't think I get this. I don't think I get the secret again. This run.
Bodacious!
Bodacious! Which you'll see, my score got really high, and I get to my final score doesn't get much higher than this. Oh well. So there we take all those out.
Weapons up. Weapons down.
Nice. Like the secret is so early in this level that it's hard for me to see it. That's unfortunate. It's fine. Just have to make a note, but
Monster trophy.
it's passive. You notice outside of level 8, you hit pacifist mode. If you missed a secret, you ain't getting it. Level 6 is an interesting one for me because it there's a lot that especially when we get there, I'll go on my Astral River rant. But
Weapons up.
it's really where I feel like the boys start getting separated from the men in a way. There's that. This is my favorite portion of this level, having to fight the different mini bosses that come at you. It just adds a different dynamic to the game that we haven't seen up to this point. But a lot of what I was getting at in the earlier levels is that you'll see I'm starting to not fly with confidence. And what I mean by that is I'm not trying to. There are times I'm bulldogging my way in, but at the same time, I'm also trying. There's a lot of times where I try to fly back because I think that's the best option. When really, what I'm learning watching a lot of shmup players and more shmup gameplays, it's usually better to stay in the center, so that way you can kind of move, back and forth and not just let's just go back because. I should be proud of my dodging right here. And then that happens. No more compliments. I need to remember that the environment can hurt you here too. Not real. Yeah, there I kind of panic pressed the super. I don't think no, I probably should have. I definitely should have. Come across. Giant face. Okay, this astro. I think I called him the gastral pooper in my vids on my 1cc. This guy here. Whenever I would try the 1cc, it was like, oh, well, if I don't have the max number of lives, I'm dead. And there was a lot about his strategy that I didn't know. I think he's a very well designed boss in my opinion. There's some stuff that might be perceived cheap, but
Weapons down.
he definitely takes a lot of skill to defeat. Like right here, you gotta figure eight. This is where I learned how to do the figure eight technique, by the way. There he goes. Up and over, up and over, up and over, up, over, up, over. And now we're putting.
Weapons down.
Stuff like that's a little difficult for me. That's where my macro dodges would be in play. But yeah, this guy gave me nightmares, and I mean nightmares. Ugh. But I think he's very well designed. There's some stuff it's a little rough about him, but I think he's a very well designed boss. So if I was on 1cc, I'd only be down 1 life right now. That's gonna change, by the way. No monster trophies, no secret, no pacifist. Royal Highness, I can't believe I'm keeping the dream alive by doing that, I guess. But this is where the wheels kind of come off, because level 7 is crazy. It's insane is what level 7 is. This is another fun battle. It's a secret boss, but it's a fun battle. I actually took no hits on this. So I thought level 7 was going to be very easy by this. Infinity Ray, I'm just at this point, like, this is what I meant by a lot of, I'm not really confidence flying, I'm just flying not to get hit at this point. Our little bug friends again that cause me pain and heartache. Yeah, level 7 is just everything compounding on each other. It's wild.
Weapons down.
Here it is. I'm taking a lot of hits. As you see the life counters dropping rapidly. And you know, kind of one of those things too. Like I've been saying, I'm way too far on the side. I'm really. doing a good job of that. I think at this point I'm thinking about how amazing it would be if I had a super. I do think that's ingenious. He's carrying the little broodling. I was just about to say, yep, here comes pacifist mode. This isn't gonna be fun. Especially this level with everything going crazy. And again, I keep
Pacifist mode activated.
going back, but I really should stay more towards the center. Yeah, we're not hitting Lokis this time. That was definitely a premature pop, but I was trying to get all of them out the way. If I save it, I probably do some good damage here and clear these spiders out. When it comes to this boss, for me, it's kind of a crapshoot. It's like, okay, sometimes it, you know, sometimes I do okay, sometimes I don't. I can't remember if this is one of the ones that I do okay with or not. We'll see. We'll watch together. I love that. He's a multi-phase boss too. I think right here, I'm just praying, please give me a super. Please give me a super. I feel like at this level, it's like when you take one hit, like where normally you might take one hit, in other levels you're taking two. Yeah, this last run of levels isn't the best, which I was still surprised when we get to the end, but there it is. I was trying to be smart with my placements here too, where it's like, okay, I can hit a good number of them with that power shot, big ball. So as you can see, where the score was going very, very rapidly up, we kind of stall here. I think a billion is going to be my next goal, or one of my next goals at this. But we definitely no secret, no monster trophies. I think Royal Highness still. I think this was the earlier levels.
Outrageous.
Yeah, see, yeah, lowest score of the game, or lowest so far. And here we are at the denouement, or some might say penultimate level.
Pacifist mode activated.
Weapons up.
Pacifist mode active. It's like I said, he starts pacifist mode early. I like this level a lot. I like the back. I think the background design is probably the best in the game. I like how it's that old school kind of moving. And not saying we didn't have that with level 3, but this environment is really fun. How it stops and then you have to, you know, avoid. I was very surprised how I got to pass this thing.
Monster trophy.
But there's a lot to like, a lot of eye candy in this level. Might say they saved the best for last with this level. Nice little dodges, low brood mother. There's a lot of them. I missed the power up there. I'm taking comfort in hearing that hit sound, especially in these levels.
Weapons down.
Flew right into that. What a fail. And that's with me not drinking. That's one of those sections where I just got to get better about playing more confidently. Because I kind of do, I do fail at doing that right there.
Weapons down.
And I'm playing like a complete bozo. I do get the secret here, so I got pacifist answer. Okay.
Weapons up. Weapons up.
Yeah, a lot of hits here. Lot of hits here. and I'm playing like a complete bozo. I do get the secret here, so I got pacifist answer. Okay.
Weapons up. Weapons up.
Yeah, a lot of hits here. A lot of hits here. Coming in. Go up when we go down. I love the design of this enemy. It reminds me of Shiva from Final Fantasy. And we're at the final boss, which is a challenge in and of its own right, particularly one section that we'll talk about. But this is crazy. The Brood Mother. I said, the hell with it. We're going to hit you right here. Now, this is actually a pretty ingeniously designed section of this fight where you got the two laser beams, and then eventually they'll start crossing each other, which I think is really, really cool. Hard on the player. Hard as hell on the player. Because you got to be Johnny on the spot when it comes to this, and I did not have the loadout. They still get low. Now they're starting. Yeah, it's like you really gotta be. Really gotta perfect. I'm taking a lot of damage. You're hearing the TD a lot. I'm actually really happy. I mean, I'm gonna get hit here coming up, but I'm really happy with my survival rate here. Before I'd just be getting hit. So this is kind of nice to see that I can actually dodge here. I enjoy how much is being thrown at you, especially for I feel like a final boss you can get away with throwing everything in the kitchen sink at you. Time bonus. I don't know if that's the fastest I've ever beat the boss, but yeah, this is where your reactions really get tested, especially coming up here in the final portion of the game. I'll take a B. I'll take a B for that level. Lost a lot of lives though. I really love how this is like a final boss on steroids. Just throwing everything it can at you. You're gonna get hit. Like it's just there's no, unless you're like the greatest shmup player ever, which I clearly am not. Like you're going to get blasted by this guy. What I'm noticing too with my flying is I'm just kind of doing like mini circles. I'm not really like, I'm just sticking to one thing and not really adapting on the fly to what's coming, which I think is something across all games I have to get better at. And a lot of, again, you're seeing a lot of playing far back, not getting up close and what have you.
Weapons down.
So the life counter is going down. We take comfort in hearing that sound. And I will say that's probably the fastest I've ever beat the Dr. Bosky secret boss. And then this is when I realized that was the Astral Ripper. It's where I kind of learned, like, okay, this is the pattern to beat him. Go, follow the things. Here we go, pacifist mode done.
All your base are belong to
A
us.
lovely all your base are belong to us reference.
See you next time.
And ending 2, there it is. Oh man, I did not think with my limited shmup knowledge that I'd be getting this ending 2 anytime soon. I was actually really surprised I got the 1cc, as you all saw in the previous videos, but it's kind of interesting to not being well versed in the shmup world to come over and kind of have these successes and continue to push for the high scores, push for 1 billion, push for
push for a no death run, which I'm probably a little ways off on that, but you know, I guess what I want to say is if I can do it, you can do it. And this has been a fun journey to go on. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not well versed in shmups, but it's been a fun little project to tackle on and get to, you know, these newer levels, higher levels, I'll say, uh, in leveling up my shmup play. And I'm glad that a shmup like Interstellar Sentinel is the one that I chose because it really, one, it's super fun environments, challenging levels, fun boss fights, just a lot to really take in with this game. And I want to thank you all for being on the journey. Speaking of journeys, if you're still here, you've made it to the end of the video. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment. There's going to be a lot more Interstellar content coming, in addition to all the fighting game content that I create. So, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.